It's never that bad. Most of the time when we go through things in life, we overreact. We think things are so terrible, so horrible. They're bad, don't get me wrong, but they're never as bad as they appear. And we get so stressed out. We get so upset instead of stopping to think for a moment. I'm even guilty of it myself. That's the reason why I'm speaking on this. I went through a situation where I got demoted on my job, on my previous job. And I was going to get paid a whole lot less money. And I didn't think the punishment was worth what happened. And I ended up leaving the company to go to another job. But in between that situation, I was somewhat upset. I was somewhat frustrated. Because in my mind, I was saying to myself, man, I worked for this company 15 years. And in the end, this is what I get for working for this company. And while going through it, I was thinking, what's best? So I started looking for other jobs, even though I was demoted, which the average person would have just quit. I didn't. I worked there for another week under that demoted pay. And I ended up getting a job. And the job is in the exact same field. But the catch to it is, I work less hours now. So actually, when you really look to the bottom of it, it was really a blessing. Now, I took a slight pay cut, but when I come to my time and I work less hours, it kind of, to me, balances out. But while I was going through that situation, it was like, oh man, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Frustrated. You have people that get fired from jobs and they think the world gonna end. They're so upset, so frustrated. They never stop to think, how can I grow from this situation? How can I learn from this situation? And going through life, that was one of the things where, like, now I'm a little older, I look at life from a perspective of being appreciative. So even when bad times come, you find a way to be appreciative. When good times come, you find a way to be appreciative. When you're able to get to that point in life, that's when you really start to grow. Because that's one of the main things I learned is usually never that bad. People go through divorces and heartbreaks. In relationships, I'm talking about terrible breakups. And I've gone through a divorce. And when it happened, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, it was like somebody punched me like 100 times in the gut. I felt so bad. I was so disappointed going through that situation. And I thought when the divorce, I'm like, man, how do I move on? But I moved on. And life got better. It got so much better. But the catch is, it's like I thought it was so bad at that point in time. And it really wasn't. I was just going through something. And even a breakup, you got people that go through breakups and they feel like they have to even harm the other person because of the breakup. But if they really sat down and thought about it, it's really not that bad. It's really not that bad. No matter how you feel, what you're thinking about, what you're going through, it's never that bad. I remember when I first started cutting hair, and I was so frustrated because I wasn't a good barber, and I'm still trying to figure it out. My clientele wasn't there, and I'm still trying to figure it out. And I'm so stressed out about the situation. And I kept fighting and fighting and fighting. And there were several times I wanted to give up, but I didn't. It was because I had so many people encouraging me. I kept fighting. And now I sit back and look at it, and it's like, it wasn't never that bad. You just had to be patient and keep fighting. In life, we go through things, we go through circumstances, we go through situations, and we get so frustrated. Never to stop to say, I'm just going through something. I have this thing with myself that I say, if it's something I can control, I need to stop being stressed out and focus on solving the problem. Why am I stressing when I can solve the problem? If I'm in a situation and I can't solve the problem, guess what I do? I try not to even stress then. Because no matter what my stressing won't solve the problem. See, whenever you think something is so bad because you're not focusing on a solution, you're focusing on a problem. If you take your mind off the problem and put your mind on a solution, you'll get a different result. It's facts. You'll get a different result if you decide to focus on a solution instead of focusing so much on a problem. Like I say, life gonna throw so many different things at you. So many different things. People go through bankruptcies. And when they go through a bankruptcy, they look at life like, man, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna make it through this? Oh man, I gotta pay consolidate my bills for 5 years, 8 years, whatever the case may be. And you never stop to say to yourself, but you know what? I'm learning money management. So you never try to focus on a solution. The solution, though, is I'm paying this down and I'm learning money management skills. So I should never go through this again. But in life, whenever you think it's so bad because you're focusing on the problem, get your mind off the problem. Start focusing on a solution, on what you can do to solve the problem. Most people spend their entire lives, all they do is focus on problems. Everything in their life, they focus on problems. They never try to focus on a solution. And that's why you usually spend your entire life upset, angry. And there's so many situations going to happen in your life. And if you ever go to the times you overreacted in life, I promise you, your mind wasn't on solving a problem. I promise you, your mind was not on solving the problem. Your mind was on the problem. That's why you were so stressed out and so frustrated. The entire purpose of the video is to get so many people to understand that you're going to go through things in life. Good people, no matter how good you are, you will go through struggles in life. No matter how great you treat people, bad people will still come your way. It's facts. So you got to look at your life and ask yourself a simple question. Am I going to focus on solutions or am I going to focus on problems? Am I going to focus on enjoying my life or am I going to focus on the struggles that come? My name is Sidney Combs and I'm a young entrepreneur from Shreveport, Louisiana with $1 in a dream. I appreciate everyone for giving me the opportunity. Thank you. I'm out.